Hey there everybody, Milknyte here, and welcome to the next run of Scarlet Nexus. This time we are going to be going through Kasane's story, because last time around I didn't play through as Kasane, I played as Yuito, and finished that. And we missed a good chunk of the narrative for Kasane. Also, I managed to get the Season Pass with the extra DLC bonus episodes. Not sure how they get implemented into the game, but I'm sure we'll find out when I begin. So this time I can begin the game again with my clear data and carry over all of my levels and everything else, which is going to make the run through with Kasane a lot easier, and I'm hoping it'll be a bit shorter as well in comparison. It's probably not going to be as much grinding, to be honest. So, let's begin. Yep, we're going to continue with this status carried over. Carrying your level will be easy to play from the new game. Plus, not carrying over levels recommended for players who want a more suitable difficulty. No, I don't really care about the difficulty right now. I'd rather just play through it for fun and not worry too much about that. I did enough grinding when we was playing as Yuito last time.
Even now, after all these years, I still wait. Come on already. Stretch those red strings out to me, and finish this. The world is out of time. You need to kill me, if there's going to be anything left worth saving.
The virtual brain link cable will now be connected. This will hurt much more than it did in training. Be strong.
Systems all green. Beginning SAS cable connection.
I'm okay. We can do this. The pain of SAS. This is fine. I can handle it.
Good. Seems like you're okay. This aptitude test will determine your platoon assignment. Do your best.
Yes, sir.
Kasane Randall. Identity confirmed. The other suppression Destruction Force aptitude test will now begin.
Exterminate all others.
Yeah, we get to do the tutorial section again.
This test will decide my assignment. I hope I'm in the same platoon as Naomi. Thinking about it now won't do me any good. I have to focus. I should be able to complete the assignment as long as I'm calm. I can annihilate the other with my psychokinesis. Naomi even complimented me on how well it was suited for combat.
Next.
Yeah, she uses knives, which is kind of cool.
It's done.
Hey man. Beginning a new playthrough of Scarlet Nexus. We're playing through Kasane's story now. Oh, nice. Have fun.
I wonder if Naomi is doing
It's
okay.
it's really good, to be
I'm
fair.
sure she is. She's one of the best.
It's done.
Pizza time indeed. No, this is a good film, to be fair.
It seems like the exam has entered the final stage. I feel like I'm in good form, but I can't relax just yet.
Next.
Special attack time. While holding square while holding R2 to do a rush up follow attack. I'm bad at this, by the way. One mechanic I was never that good at. You have to tap it, I think. Gacha emotional. That is emotional. Black and white. That's awesome. I guess that's a customized version of the emote you've done.
Next.
what I face. I just need to apply everything I've learned from my training. I could win.
It got me.
Easy source. And then you got the help screen. What is that emote? I can't see it.
The aptitude test.
The shush emote. Shh. To quote Nick Ocado.
Okay, that ends your training. You're an official member of the OSF from tomorrow. Cadets now have 24 hours of free time until then. Make sure to get some rest before your duties tomorrow.
Understood.
Kasane, so how was the test?
Pretty easy as usual. How about you?
I was able to handle an actual SAS connection thanks to your advice.
You have a lot of potential. You should be more confident.
I'm just glad you were so calm. You said that you had that dream again.
The dream about red strings.
You've been having that dream since you were little.
Yes.
Don't take your hands off the red strings.
I wonder if it has something to do with your power.
I don't think it does from what I saw of the OSF's analysis of my power. Worrying about things we don't understand won't change anything. I'm more worried about you. I hope they put us in the same unit.
Yeah, me too. I bet we'll find out soon, though. People tend to misunderstand you, so I'd be worried if I weren't around to look after you.
Look who's talking. You're so clumsy, I have to stick around to protect you from yourself.
That's so mean.
Hey, aren't we going to Sumeragi Tomb after this?
Oh yeah! They're doing a collaboration with Baki right now. You get a keychain with every fortune. I can't wait.
You really like Baki, don't you?
Of course I do. He's so cute. Come on, let's go.
Yeah, receive brain messages like we did before. That's fine. Yep, let's finish the tutorial and move on. You can reply to brain messages. Minimap locations. Yeah, the game's being very paint by numbers right now.
Brain talk, I feel like it's a...
Yep, we can totally use the brain talk function. Out of curiosity, can I change any of her equipment at the moment? I can give her better weapon, shooting star. I guess these are all the... Yeah, these are the abilities that I had on Yuito. I may as well equip one of them. All of my attachments are still here. That's good to know. Isn't there a ticket thing that I have to renew to get, like... Because I ended up getting DLC for extra visuals, quote unquote. Just trying to find it. Is there like a thing I've got to use?
Oh, we do.
Not too sure. I can't really find it. Change costumes, accessories. I don't think I'm going to put any attachments on this time.
We don't have to worry about anyone listening in, and we can hear even if it's noisy. It's nice.
You're right. I even talk to myself in Brain Talk sometimes. Don't laugh if you hear me, okay?
Oh yeah, I can't forget the green items that are floating around the map. The shops here, maybe I can purchase the ones that are on the Season Pass. New products. Ah, here we go. Add-on. Yeah, I have to, like, confirm all of this. I mean, I may as well get them while I can. Episode Karen. You can now play Episode Karen Unknown History from challenges in the main menu after completing certain objectives. However, it can only be played when you are in the hideout. Once you complete the objective to view it, the episode can be viewed any number of times. Certain conditions for unlocking each episode. 1 currently available. 2 clear the game of either Yuito or Kasane. 3 defeat the shadow on the recording in the Vision Simulator mission battle recording. And view all the episodes 1 to 3. I'll more than likely get around to doing all that. EX Bond episodes and powers. Yeah, so when I played as Yuito, a lot of the episodes felt kind of incomplete for some of the characters. These extra add-ons will basically add more to it, essentially, making it feel more complete and more rounded. Wisteria Maiden. So yeah, the add-on stuff's in here then, which I had to come here in order to get it. So what do we have? We have a white outfit. The youth attire. Well, that looks very sleek. It looks pretty unique, actually. I like the glowy attachment. Are there supposed to be like a glowy set of wings or something? Nah, it's a ribbon. Wisteria Maiden has more attack power in it.
There are a lot of people here.
Well, the holidays just ended, and this is the founding father Yakumo Sumeragi's tomb.
Wait, The collaboration event with Baki is at a gravesite?
I think the country is trying to make Yakumo Sumeragi feel more like a familiar figure to us. Though people already pray to Yakumo like a god, so maybe they're familiar enough with him already.
Yakumo, the hero who saved humanity. I think I saw him in one of my textbooks. He was wearing a mask.
His face was injured during the Spring of Extinction. He's also the chairman's ancestor. That reminds me, I heard someone from the Sumeragi family is in our class.
So? Anyway, I found where we can draw our fortune.
My fortune is a really good one. I'm starting to feel better about my life in the OSF. What about you?
Mine is horrible.
Okay, then give me your fortune.
Hey!
Here, you can have my good fortune.
You didn't have to do that. It's just a scrap of paper.
I'm the big sister here. I just want to protect you from bad luck.
Thank you.
No problem. You know, on days like this, you could almost forget there are vicious others out there.
Yes, but we live in a world where these others roam freely outside the city walls.
The instructors are expecting a lot from you. They're sure you'll reach a rank near Septentrion in no time at all.
I don't care about rank. I just want to protect you.
Honestly, what did I just say? I'm your big sister. I'm the one who's going to be protecting you.
Of course.
Hey, I mean it.
What is it?
Oh, it's nothing. I was just thinking that the boy on the right was kind of cute.
Really? They both look like they were OSF members. You might get a chance to talk to him when we get in.
You think so? That would be nice. Anyway, we got the Baki keychain we came for. Want to get a bite somewhere?
Yes. Let's look for a cafe.
Okay, we got our keychain. Even though it's like bad luck. And yes, I'm making sure to respond to every brain message and every event that I can come across. I want to have Kasane's run be as wholesome and fulfilling as what Yuito's ones was. Well, not wholesome, but I want it as, what's the word I'm looking for? Well, yeah, fulfilling, I guess, is the right word. I love this game's visuals. I just hope we don't have to do that running section again from before.
Others?
An other alert? But today's other forecast said that there was no threat in this part of Suo.
They're landing here in the city.
All units, double time! Don't let the second wave through! Fire!
A transfer warning. They're deploying the Scarlet Guardians.
Septentrion Karin and Fubuki.
It's the Septentrions. The Major Generals Karin Travers and Fubuki Spring.
Karin Regiment, Fubuki Regiment, Plan A, roll out.
Civilians, head to the shelter.
They're Septentrions, so we should let them handle this. Let's get to the shelter.
Oh, right. Let's hurry.
Was defeated with one blow. Septentrion First Class, Brain Eater Major General Karin Travers is amazing!
Ah, Karin.
Brain Eater? So he eats brains like those others?
No, his power copies the powers of other psionics. That's why he can use so many different powers.
The other is fighting back, but Major General Travers is unfazed. Major General Spring freezes the other without hesitation.
These Septentrions are amazing.
This isn't the time to be watching TV. We have to evacuate.
Somebody help! Look out!
It's too dangerous. We're not real OSF yet.
We can't just leave that person to die. We're the only ones here with the powers to fight others.
If you want to save her, then let me do it.
I'm going too.
Fine. You take the right, I'll take the left.
Got it.
It's done.
Just be careful. Don't push yourself too hard. Yeah, I know, but there are a lot of...
It's not safe here. Please, hurry to the shelter.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. There's still another left. You ready?
Yes. We have to make sure no one else gets hurt.
Let's eradicate it.
How to use items, I don't know. I don't think I really used that many items in my last run.
Next? I don't know. Don't let your guard down. We'll take them out as we find them. Got it.
Kasane! It's them! The guys I saw at Sumeragi Tomb! 10 seconds from now.
Yeah, they're in trouble. Even I can tell.
Oh, there's Yuito.
You take care of the guy who got knocked down just now. I can handle that other alone.
Got it.
Now die!
That's odd. You a civilian?
It's her.
You're OSF?
Oh, no, I'm a cadet.
I see. Either way, our goal is the same.
What do you mean, goal?
Are you an idiot?
Huh?
Shh. Something's coming.
Huh? What's coming?
Here we go.
Huh? Okay.
Oh yeah, the ram.
You're OSF too. You can use Brainpunk.
Do you see what's happening? Let's talk after we take out the others.
Next.
Good work. That should take care of all the other readings around here.
Yes.
Kasane, I saved that boy.
Nagi, you're okay.
Yeah, Naomi saved me. Man, I must look like an idiot.
I'm just glad you're not hurt.
Thanks, sis.
Oh, you two are sisters?
Yeah, they're both OSF cadets like us. Let me introduce myself. I'm Nagi Carmen. This is Yuito Sumeragi.
I'm Naomi. Naomi Randall. This is my younger sister.
Kasane Randall.
So it was you making all that trouble.
Alright. Arashi, sorry. My name's a bit rusty by the looks of it. Name remembering.
The Scarlet Guardians have eradicated the others.
Bunny Girl, as I also call her.
You saved Ryujin Ward in that amazing victory over the others.
What? Well...
What is this? A victory interview?
It is. How do you feel?
What?
We should be able to talk here.
What's going on?
I'm Luca Travers.
Oh, there's Luca.
You're Septentrion 6th class Luca Travers?
Yeah, a lot of the cutscenes are going to be recycled first.
Yes, that's correct. Are you all cadets?
Until we get to the split in the story.
Confirm your identities. No objections? Thank you. So all 4 of you are OSF cadets. Cadets aren't allowed to fight others.
I'm sorry.
Isn't OSF responsible for allowing others to enter the local airspace and putting civilians in danger?
Kasane! You shouldn't say something like that.
Those are some harsh words. But you're right, Cadet Kasane Randall. I'm sure you all have something to say. But first report to OSF headquarters. Keep away from the press. Got it?
Understood.
What's that? Oh, casualties from the battle. 2 OSF troopers on guard duty were killed. I think it's censored, but it's best not to look too close. Huh? Why?
Probably
because
not,
others
dude.
eat human brains.
Yes. Looking at headless bodies can have negative lasting effects on your mental health. Oh, I just imagined it. They should teleport or report them out. It's too far to the morgue and powers aren't omnipotent. We have time, so let's talk a little. I'm sure you know, but one person can only use one type of power. But each kind of power has peculiarities and aptitude. Just as there are types of powers, each person has strengths and weaknesses. To use them in combat, we must rely on devices to lessen the stress on the brain. That's why things that can be accomplished without powers or things with low priority, are done manually. Right, sorry. Now then, I'll be going.
That'd be us if we didn't get the others first.
I wouldn't let that happen. We're all 567th class, right? We'll stick together and become great fighters.
Yeah.
Don't worry. I'll protect you, sis. Let's go.
Oh, goodbye, Yuito. Nagi. What's wrong? Why didn't we go with them to headquarters?
Because we can't. Those two are nothing but trouble. We should stay away from them.
But...
Are you interested in that Yuito guy?
Well, I did think he was cute when I saw him at Sumeragi Tomb.
Hey, welcome to the stream.
Then I'll check him out. Stay
Good
away
to
from
see
him
you.
Until then. Check him? He's a Sumeragi.
Sumeragi?
You know, the chairman of the council?
Oh, so he's the chairman's son. That will make him easy to check out.
Kasane...
You don't pay enough attention to things, so let me do this. Let's go back to headquarters for now.
Oh, wait. Your hair clip is crooked.
Huh?
Let me fix this for you. There. That's better.
Thanks.
No, thank you for putting it on. I know you don't really like things like this.
I like anything you make for me. This shows that we're sisters, right?
Yeah. It's just for the two of us. You better take good care of it.
Brain points. Yeah, the skill tree. I've got a lot of brain points to use. Oh man, that's rough. Hope you get better soon, man. It isn't the one that has a ear infection by any chance, does it? I've heard that's a new variant that's been poking around lately. From what I've read, anyway. Took it with a pinch of salt, but you know. The other variant. Oh, that's a plus. There's nothing worse than having food and not being able to taste it. I will in a minute, Waldy. I'm just quickly putting on these points real fast. I'll check Discord in the next cutscene. Jeez, all these powers early, we're going to be breaking the game, guaranteed. You'd cry. Well, we've all been there, haven't we? At some point we've all lost our taste at one point or another from a cold. The no-taste disease. That's funny. Right, that's every piece on the brain map done. So we've got all of our abilities, and we can like equip things that we need. Might just go complete power based, to be honest. No, wrong one. I'm looking for attack increase. Unless it didn't carry over. Oh well, whatever. I'll stick with power. Good old double jump. I'll check Discord now while this cutscene's playing.
Cadets. You must be cadets Naomi and Kasane Randall. That was an amazing fight against those others.
Huh? Just ignore them. Let's go.
You're still just cadets, weren't you afraid?
Your father is the CEO of Randall Industries. Was it his idea for you to become cadets?
Talk about femme fatales right here. You're that Kasane Randall.
So what if I am?
Kasane, don't be so cross.
Come on, Shiden. That's not how you make friends.
Captain Seto?
Oh, look at Shiden.
First things first, I need to take care of this right now. You're cadets Naomi and Kasane Randall, right? I'm Seto Narukami, 2nd Regiment, 8th Platoon.
Septentrion 7th Class Captain Seto Narukami?
Oh, you've heard of me. Yeah, that's what they call me. The Chief Sumeragi has asked to see both of you. Hurry to his office immediately.
Chief Sumeragi? Is he related to Yuito Sumeragi?
He's Yuito's older brother.
Oh, right. You fought alongside Yuito Sumeragi. I'm sure you'll quickly come to realize that the Chief is stricter than his little brother. He's probably gonna chew you out for fighting without orders while cadets, but getting yelled at's part of your job. You'll be fine. I think you did a good job, though.
Anime intro time.
Let's welcome our new members for this year. Kasane, Naomi, introduce yourselves.
Kasane Randall. My power is psychokinesis. Pleased to meet you.
Is that all? You seem shyer than I thought. All right, next.
Yes, ma'am. I'm Naomi Randall. I'm Kasane's older sister, and my power is precognition. I can only see the immediate future, though. I'll do my best to help everyone out. I don't have much experience, but I'm glad to be here.
That was a very good introduction, Naomi. The Randall Sisters are our new members. Kasane graduated at the top of her class, and Naomi was 5th. They're both intelligent and very talented. That being said, they're just little ducklings who barely have their footing, so you all need to help them out. Now I'd like to welcome Shiden, who transferred from Kodama Platoon. Please introduce yourself.
Shiden Ritter. My power is electrokinesis. I don't plan on being your friend.
Looks like you're still in your rebellious phase.
What?
Let's see. Gemma, you know Shiden, right? He's stubborn, so he didn't fit in with Kodama Platoon, but he's a real hard worker. Everyone be nice to him.
Don't make fun of me!
No one's making fun of you. I know you'll be nervous at first, but try to get along with everyone. We're a family here in Kyoka Platoon. Think of me as your mother. You can talk to me about anything.
God damn it, my notice is still on. I'll have to turn them off. Give me a... When this
myself.
cutscene's over, I'll do it.
I'm Kyoka Eden, and my power is duplication.
I knew I'd forgotten something.
I'm leader of the 8th Company of the 1st Regiment, and commander of 1st Platoon. Everyone else, introduce yourselves.
Gemma Garrison. My power is sclerokinesis. Nice to meet you.
Oh, Gemma's great. Loved that guy last time around.
I guess there are no volunteer soldiers here.
Volunteer soldiers?
People that joined the OSF because they wanted to, not because they were scouted.
They're trash compared to scouts like us.
Shiden, I won't have discrimination like that in my platoon.
It's not discrimination, it's just a distinction.
Take it back.
Sorry.
I guess I'm last? I'm Haruka Frazier. My power is telepathy. Nice to meet all of you.
Good. Now that everyone's been introduced, it's time for your on-the-job training. We'll be operating in teams of 2. Kasane and Shiden, Gemma and Naomi, connect your SAS. I'll support everyone as commander. We'll rendezvous at Mizuhagawa in 1 hour. Dismissed.
Hey, Kasane. I'm team leader. Got that?
I'm worried.
What? You don't think I have what it takes?
Huh? What are you yelling about?
What? You...
Sorry, but I'm going to get myself on a different team.
Where does a new scout like you get the gall to make fun of me?
Are you an idiot?
Kasane! We're all in the same platoon, so we have to get along. Sorry about that, Shiden.
Why are you apologizing? I'm just worried about being separated from you. I'll go ahead and talk to the Major.
Kasane, despite my looks, I'm the commander here. I'm much stronger than you, so don't worry. Also, from what I saw of her results, Naomi is a great fighter. You should believe in her.
Understood, Major.
Good. Remember to be nice to Shiden. Let's go, Naomi.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, let's connect our SAS. I'm the leader.
What?
You have a hearing problem?
No!
Good. Let's go, and don't fall behind. We're going to Mizuhagawa.
You little...
Kasane, hold up a second.
You're Haruka, right?
Yeah, nice to meet you. I have a message for you concerning bias. Seems like I missed you in the original communication. Sorry.
Bias?
It's the name of a brain assistance system that amplifies and helps maximize your power. It's being developed by the OSF. Every year they choose subjects to gather combat data on the system. You've been chosen as one of them. It's still in development, so it's unstable and they're not sure of the side effects.
So they want me to be a guinea pig. What am I supposed to do?
I'm glad you catch on quick. Well, it's in order, so you can't refuse anyways. Try starting it up. I think it finished installing along with other systems.
Is this it? Nothing really changed.
The system is working in your brain, using your power to make visions visible. Powers are just the ability to visualize in the end. They get stronger the more you focus on them. SAS connection should be smoother as well. Unfortunately, the pain never gets any better.
I got the gist of it. I just need to keep it activated at all times.
Also, this is just a rumor, but I thought you should know. Some say bias can cause people to lose their minds or become emotionally unstable. So take it easy. Tell me right away if you notice anything strange.
Sure. I'll tell you if I do.
Sorry to take your time. Don't be late for your mission. See ya.
An experiment. I wonder if it'll work. Well, worrying about it won't change anything. The rendezvous was at Mizuhagawa. I'll head out when I'm ready.
I think it is, now you mention it. I think we looked this up before. Yes, world map stuff, I know. Oh god, we're stuck with Sheeden. Oh yeah, we can activate the map from up on the D-pad.
Everyone's here. Major Eden, may I ask a question?
Oh, Naomi. We call each other by our first names in the OSF. Don't be so formal. No one looks their age here. And our ranks? They're just words on paper.
The OSF only recognizes strength.
I don't like to say we judge on strength alone, but that's mostly how it is. So, what was your question?
Right. Haruka isn't here yet. I wonder if something happened.
Haruka is our platoon's operator. She directs us from the back with telepathy.
Can you hear me? I'm able to communicate telepathically within a 500-kilometer radius without the system's assistance. It's draining, though, so I need you to join the group. Naomi, Kasane, open your personal ports.
The team leaders are Naomi and... Oh, Kasane. That's awfully nice of you, Shiden, letting the new scout be leader.
No,
I thought it would be best this way, so I volunteered.
Huh?
Well, well. It's big of you to go along with that, Shiden. Okay, let's get this mission on the road. Follow Haruka's navigation to the specified goal. Take out any and all others you see along the way. If you decide not to fight, I authorize you to retreat. That's all.
Copy that.
Okay, be careful.
Don't provoke Shiden too much.
Can everyone hear me? We can use Brainpunk to communicate whenever we want, even when we're split up. Let me know if anything happens.
The new urban development ward? What a boring assignment.
It doesn't matter if a mission is boring or not.
You're such an idiot. No real others come out here. It's the perfect place to train cadets. When your power gets as strong as mine...
What are those drones?
Oh man, they found us even though we were jamming them. Major Kyoka, crows. What? I didn't know we had any crow bait with us. Crows? Do you mean the press?
They're probably after little Miss Randall. She's a hero that saves civilians.
No, Kodama platoon is in the restricted area farther in. They're probably here for Arashi.
Poor Arashi, always surrounded by crows.
Finally got out of Kodama platoon, but I still end up fighting along with them.
Listen up, everyone. I know the crows will be in your way, but try not to get distracted. Don't those crows realize that we jam them because we don't want them around? There's nothing we can do. The press uses their right to broadcast OSF activity to do whatever they want.
It's depressing, but it's the price we pay for being famous.
God, her moveset's gonna take some getting used to.
Be on guard.
Oh yeah, the SAS abilities.
I confirmed a water attack. Are you okay? Being wet makes it hard to move.
I'm allowing you to connect to me through SAS. Do your best with it, if you can.
It's done.
It dropped something rare. The Extinction Belt is thick over Mizuhogawa.
Yeah, it is. The Extinction Belt's flow changed during construction, and now a lot of others appear there. There aren't many powerful others, but everyone should still be careful. Are you nervous, Naomi? Your breathing is getting a little shallow.
Oh, worried about Kasane, aren't you?
It's
I
done.
was worried about you too. You must be close.
The enemy is attacking with electricity. You'll be shocked and unable to move if it hits you.
No way!
That was quick. Mizuhagawa is at a midpoint between Suo and Seiron, and was under development for a residential area. Construction was cancelled, but there's still heavy machinery all over. The bridge that runs over the river is still used as a trade route, too.
It's done. Next.
You came from Kodama Platoon, right, Shiden? Did you have a big problem with her?
She acts like everything's fine, but I have no idea what she's really thinking. Also, she was hard on me for some reason.
Yeah, I wonder why that could be.
I've got a nearby resource reading.
Do I save over the clear data or not? Clear data will no longer be able to be carried over EX new game. Oh god, no. I'll save it as a separate slot. Good thing that that little message popped up.
Kasane team, what's your situation? Are you getting along with Shiden? Shiden. Yes.
Did you just forget I was even here?
That Kasane energy, I'm here for it.
Wow, Team Kasane is first to the goal.
Team Shiden would have been first too.
Shh. Something's here.
Good one. You picked up on the other before I did. Wait a minute. This one's a major other. Major? Gamma? A major other has appeared at the objective. Major others are others that killed OSF members in the past. Yes.
Here it comes. I'll intercept.
We'll be there in a few minutes. Just hold on. Contact with a major other. Don't overdo it, Kasane. Shiden, follow her lead.
Now we're talking. Hope you're ready to see how strong I am.
Quit barking then. It's time to show me some bite.
too dangerous to rush in blind.
Use your head. For example, there's material hanging from the ceiling. You could use that.
I need your help.
It was thanks to my power.
Are you okay, Kasane? A major other on your first mission. Don't worry, I'm fine.
Naomi, I'm here, so you don't have to worry. Just try and back us up as quick as you can.
Not yet. Right. I'll be there ASAP.
Nice. This should...
It's soaking wet now.
Done.
Did we do it?
This thing is tough.
What the hell do you think you're doing? I can protect myself, thank you very much.
Victory! The Scarlet Guardians have won! The hero of this fight is, of course, Second Lieutenant Kasane Randall, who took down a major other on her first assignment. Congratulations, Lieutenant Randall. Let's hear what she has to say. How do you feel? You must be tired. Your first victory on your first deployment. Isn't that satisfying?
Shiden gave all the orders. Ask him about it.
What?
So sorry I'm late. That was a good fight. Oh dear. Poor Shiden.
This is Arashi. Sorry, looks like you caught the crow's attention.
Arashi! You're right. They got Shiden.
We'll take them.
That's not like you.
Kodama gets depressed if there are no crows around.
Hi!
Captain Arashi Spring!
We're about to do a full sweep for others. Looking forward to seeing all you reporters there.
Oh, they're finally gone. Let's go back to Suo, everyone.
Copy that.
Kasane, Shiden, well done. Kasane, I'm just glad you're okay.
No wonder you graduated at the top of your class.
Head to the main street.
Is that Yuito? Looks like he's in Seto platoon.
Damn. Why did he get in Seto platoon?
Good work today, everyone. We had some trouble, but nobody got hurt. So it was a good day. Your assignment for today is over. Your next orders will be sent directly from the higher-ups. You can't deny a deployment order. So go to the designated place and time and carry them out. Suppression missions and training can be taken on as you please. You should think about participating if you have the free time. Oh, Seto.
The pampered Sumeragi kid.
What's with the attitude? Wait, Naomi?
Oh, Nagi and Yuito.
Naomi and Kasane, hi. Good job today.
Kyoka, are you training rookies too?
Yes, we got a bunch of cuties again this year, so I have to do my best.
My guys are doing well. Hey, Kasane, was it? How was training?
I think I did as well as I could.
Good.
Kasane? Wait.
What is it, Naomi?
Oh, are you alright?
Huh? Oh, I'm fine.
I just saw you on Himuka TV. You looked way too composed to be a rookie. I was very impressed.
Thank you.
Kyoka Platoon. Everyone except team leaders is dismissed. Team leaders, come with me to headquarters.
Same for us. Team leaders to headquarters.
Kasane?
What?
Have we met somewhere before?
We fought an other together. Did you forget?
No. Not that. So, you have a sister?
You mean Naomi? Did you get hit in the head? You're weird. But your power was pretty good. Good luck.
Oh, thanks.
Are you done talking to them?
Major, what do you think of him?
Him? You mean Yuito? I didn't actually hear the full details, but rumor has it that Major General Karin has his eye on him.
I see. That doesn't tell me if he's good enough for Naomi or not.
Well, let's go back to headquarters. We have to let Haruka know we're returning.
I'll go with you, Kasane.
I'm leaving now.
Are you curious about Yuito? No, I just wonder if he's right for Naomi.
Kasane! It's nothing, Major Kyoka.
Oh, Kodama. I thought you were in Mizuhagawa.
I just got back. Are you taking care of the rookies, Kyoka?
Good work, Kyoka. You're an excellent mentor, so I'm sure the rookies will feel comfortable with you.
It's an honor to hear that from you, Major General Fubuki.
You must be Kasane and Naomi. I'm sorry the crows showed up on your first mission.
Why are you apologizing, Major General Fubuki?
Those crows were actually out there for Arashi, so I guess you could say I feel responsible.
I see.
I saw your grades from the academy. You both have great powers. I'm sure you'll hear a lot from outsiders, but do your best and don't let that distract you. I'm counting on you.
That was good, you two.
That was great, Kasane.
Good for us?
Major General Fubuki is Septentrion second class. It's so cool that he said he was counting on us.
If you say so. Since he acknowledged you, I guess Major General Fubuki is a good man.
Welcome back. I saw the Major through the window, so I thought I'd come meet you.
The mission is complete now that we've notified Haruka.
You're free to do as you please now. You can train or go on a suppression mission, whatever you want.
Of course, resting is part of your job too. But just sitting around will dampen your skills, so don't get too comfortable. I'll head out.
I'll go too, Major.
Me too.
All right, if that's what you want. Kasane, you come with me. Naomi, you help Haruka support us.
I want to go too.
No, you can't.
Did someone from my family talk to you?
No. You're still tired from training today. I just think you need some rest. Kasane is still good to go. You understand, right?
Yes.
All right. Let's head to Kikuchiba.
Off we go.
I just got the location the distress signal was sent from. Kagero should be there.
Understood. Let's hurry, Kasane. Understood. Looks like it dropped something.
It's done.
This is pretty good.
Now.
Here! Crash!
Next.
That went well. We should be able to take them out efficiently if we keep it up.
Oh yeah, we have duplication now, don't we, in this section? Should maybe utilize it more.
Use this well.
Got it! Checkmate. Useless. It's over.
The game telling me about it.
You have to use my duplication.
The shell is broken.
Aim for its weak spot. If your body catches fire, it's gonna keep hurting you. Be careful.
Come here!
There's something over there.
Can't jump over it either. Oh, this way.
Major, you didn't bring Naomi because the Randalls asked you not to.
It was a logical decision given her physical strength. I decided it was dangerous for Naomi to be sent out on consecutive missions.
Logical. She can't say it as commander, but it's obvious she was pressured.
I'm borrowing this. Next. It's done. Next.
this. Checkmate.
Come out wherever you are. You're a nasty one.
Kagero, we're here to help.
Major Kyoka, you're a lifesaver. This is getting out of control.
Here we go, Kasane.
Understood.
Make it good.
Good luck.
I feel safe now that you two showed up. I'm beat. Mind if I take a little...
Stay down!
rest?
Thanks, you two. I guess you could say you're my guardian angels.
What are you doing here?
Well, I thought I saw an other I was looking for around here. I came alone to check, and then this happened. How embarrassing. Anyway, we have to look for my commander. Apparently, he lured away this crazy other when he came to help me.
Captain Seto. Is he here too?
He is. I'm sorry, but can you do one more favor for me? I can't leave my commander behind.
Yes, let's go after him. He's a Septentrion, so he can't be killed that easily, but better to be safe.
Chiba is a city that was attacked by others 5 years ago and was abandoned. The vision in the sky is caused by damaged projectors.
That's a Septentrion for you.
Kyoka! And is that Kagero and Kasane? It's not safe around here. It looks like the others' numbers are growing around Togetsu. Kasane! Huh?
You're so cool, Captain. I think I might be falling for you. Oh, what a man.
Knock it off. Your praise never sounds genuine.
Are you hurt, Kasane?
Oh, no. I'm fine.
Good. I'm glad.
Oh, that's not good. Your back is bleeding, Seto.
It's just a scratch.
You got that defending me. I'm sorry.
No, this is my fault. Don't worry about it.
Let me see. This is bad, Captain. We need to treat this.
This place isn't safe. Luca could move us if he were here.
There's an emergency shelter near here that the Randall family used to use when they traveled to Togetsu. It will be safe there. I'll send you the coordinates.
Oh, that's good. Captain? Major Kyoka? Let's go.
Sorry.
I'll show you the way.
So this is the Randall Shelter Unit. Rich people even have comfy shelters.
This is a nice place. We could get a lot of work done if we used it as a hideout.
Yeah, we finally got to the hideout section.
Oh, you haven't heard yet. Each team has a safe house outside of headquarters that we call hideouts.
We use them as relay points if someone is hurt far from headquarters, and when we need to resupply or rest during missions. They're basically secret bases. Hey, could we use this place as Kyoka Platoon's hideout?
You say some crazy things sometimes, Major Kyoka. This safe house is civilian-owned?
I don't mind. The Randalls have more safe houses than they know what to do with. I found the first aid kit. Captain Seto, I'll patch you up. Please show me your back.
The wound was pretty deep. I'm glad we found a first aid station.
Sorry to bother you with it.
You haven't treated many wounds, have you?
Did I do something wrong?
No, you just looked a little unsteady. Your hands were shaking. You're not just the cold hard warrior I thought you were.
I'm sorry. I'm not very good at this, Captain Seto. I've never really done this before. I'm usually the one that gets hurt. My sister is much better at this than I am.
Oh my, so little Miss Randall is a tomboy.
Actually, I'm adopted, so I don't count as a member of the Randall family.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that.
Well, all families have their problems. I'm an immigrant from Togetsu and joined the OSF as an adult. It's, complicated.
As an adult?
Someone scouted to the OSF much later in life. The elites treat us just as badly as the volunteer soldiers.
Come on now. I don't treat you that badly, Kagero.
That's why I love you, Captain.
There you go again. Anyway, thanks for fixing me up, Kasane.
You're welcome.
Since we're here, we should probably get some rest. Seto shouldn't be moving until the bleeding has stopped.
All right, time to get some shut-eye.
Weren't you saying you were looking for another? Did you find it?
What do you mean, did you find it? How could I? I was attacked by 2 major others.
Oh, I see. Well, if you're going to act like that, then how about you do something for me?
What? What do you want?
You know the fountain pen I got as a gift from Major General Karin when I was made a Septentrion? I think I dropped it somewhere in Kikuchiba.
You mean that really expensive-looking, platinum-decorated fountain pen?
That's the one. Think you can help me buy a new one with your savings?
Captain, I don't have that kind of money.
I'm kidding. I shouldn't have been walking around with something so important, but it bothers me not having it. What a mess. What's wrong, Kasane?
Oh, nothing. This was the first time someone got hurt because of me.
I said don't worry about it. Okay, I'm gonna get some rest.
It's Naomi Randall. I'm coming in.
Thank you for coming all this way.
Sorry you had to go shopping just because I got hurt.
Don't worry about it. This unit hasn't been used in a long time, so it's out of a lot of things. I apologize for the inconvenience.
There's nothing for you to apologize about.
That's right. We're the ones who just barged in here.
Thanks, sis.
Don't mention it. I'm so happy you trusted me with this.
Aren't you being too easy on your little sister?
Maybe, but she's so cute I could just eat her up.
Naomi...
Must be nice.
Oh, Shiden, you don't have to look so sad. I think you're cute too.
What makes you think I was sad?
I'm glad you're getting along with your new platoon so well, Shiden. Hey, I know you requested to transfer to my team. I'm sorry we couldn't take you.
Captain Seto.
A transfer request. If you can do that, maybe Naomi and I can transfer together. And then what? I guess things are fine the way they are.
So yeah, hideout stuff. Can organise the party, basically all the stuff that we could do before in the original run can be done
Don't
here.
get a big head just because you beat a major other.
I'm not.
I would have gone to help Captain Seto. Why Kasane? Damn it!
Man, that's a lot of stuff to report. There should be like a do all button. I'm assuming this is all from my last run too. Oh, no, don't see that yet. I'm probably going to look at the other episode much later on in the game, I guess. Don't think there's anything else completed, is there? Nah, it doesn't look like it.
Captain Seto?
What is it, Kasane?
It's, sorry, it's nothing. I don't know what to talk about. This has never happened before.
You really are capable. Kasane, I think you have abilities beyond a rookie. But exterminating others is always dangerous. Don't overestimate your own skills.
Understood. So, was there something wrong with my tactics?
No, that's not it. Sorry, just keep it in mind.
So yeah, there's events we can do, but we can't do any of them yet, I don't think. Oh, no, we can. Got one here. Looks like it's just the one. Yeah, just the one. Okay, we'll do this event since it's available. Let's do the Bond episode.
Major, There's a matter I wish to...
Oh, Kasane, we're not on a mission. You don't need to call me Major.
Are you sure?
Yes. Let's forget about our ranks when we're in private. Just speak freely.
Okay, in that case... Kyoka, there's something I want to talk to you about.
Sure. Ask me anything. Are you feeling sick? Or is there some problem you're struggling with?
No. I was just wondering if you could give me some advice on combat, like you did when I was a cadet.
You're quite formidable as it is. I don't think there's anything you need to change about your fighting style. Oh, there is another important element when it comes to combat other than powers or strategies. It's luck.
Luck?
Yes. I think it's important to maintain good luck to avoid unforeseen accidents. I know. Let me give you something. It's a protective charm I got recently that's really special. It'll protect you from danger.
I don't really want it, but it'd be rude to refuse. I'll just take it for now and put it away somewhere.
You have to keep it on you all the time, during battles and even your everyday life. It won't be effective otherwise. I'm so glad I was able to give you that charm. Now I won't have to worry when I can't be there with you.
Kyoka, I have a favor to ask you. Could you not be so nice to me?
What? What do you mean by that?
You've always taken care of me as my superior officer since my days at the Academy. But we're both in the OSF together now. I want you to look at me like an equal, instead of someone in constant need of taken care of.
I guess I have been a little too overprotective.
And I don't think I can accept this protection charm. It'll get in the way during battle.
What? I see. My charm is a nuisance. I see.
I didn't think she'd get this upset.
Was it too much?
How come you always look after everyone in the platoon?
I didn't have a family when I was growing up. That's why I consider my OSF platoon my family. But as long as you keep fighting in the OSF, you can't avoid goodbyes. It hurt me every time I've lost a friend in battle. I was so concerned about never wanting to go through the pain again. I've become overly sensitive about losing my friends. I'm sorry for pushing my selfish feelings on you. I'm sure you don't need that extra burden.
I guess to her, everyone in the platoon is like what Naomi is to me. Family. I guess I understand how you feel now. That doesn't bother me at all. Look after us all you want, if that's what makes you happy. Do what you need to do.
Thank you. Hearing you say that makes me so happy. You've grown so much.
This still seems like overkill, but there's no real harm in taking it.
I know. Would you take this protection charm too? I hear that having two will double the benefits.
I think one is enough.
Kasane, are you having trouble with anything?
Not particularly.
Oh, that's good then. You always were a good student. Just tell me if anything comes up. Don't work too hard.
You can talk to me about anything. We're family, so there's no need to hold back.
Okay, I'll come talk to you when I need to.
Okay, I think we're done with all the events that we can do in this area. It's the first, like, outing. Let's begin the next section.
A message from Yuito? I should probably check it.
Yep, this is the one that we have to do through the text. I don't think I would have gotten it unless I activated the table, so...
Yuito wants to see me? Perfect. I'll need to see for myself if he's worthy of my sister. I also might be able to find Captain Seto's fountain pen in Kikuchiba.
Hey, you came. Thank you. Now, about my message.
I'm glad you get straight to the point. I was getting tired of people who force small talk.
Thanks.
Sorry. Let me just say something first.
Hmm? What is it?
Is there anyone you like?
What?
What's your type? What are your plans for your future? Are you interested in taking over Randall Industries?
Wait, hold on. Why are you asking me that?
He'll take advantage of Naomi if he figures out how she feels. Who wouldn't be thrilled to be liked by her? I'm running a background check.
Is that the reason? Is that why you agreed to see me?
Not just that. Captain Seto seems to have dropped his fountain pen around here somewhere. I wanted to talk to you anyway, so I thought I'd ask you what you knew about it.
His fountain pen? Now that you mention it, I guess Captain Seto did have a nice one. How come you're looking for it?
Why? I wonder. So even you like to ask too many questions.
Huh?
Don't look at me like that. We can talk while we look for the pen. It's over. It's over.
Was that oil? It'll be hard to move if it gets on you, so be careful.
Now, useless.
Great job. That was a good move.
Oh yeah, this is the event that's in the upper area.
All right.
I just remembered what this
more
is.
seriously than I am, even though I'm the one that asked for help.
I'll do it. Checkmate.
You're generous.
I'd prefer being called a good person than a generous one. Actually, that feels a little sad.
I guess you're not as useless in battle as I thought. That was unexpected. I think he might be able to protect Naomi.
Hey, I have something I want to ask you, too. Is that alright?
What?
When I was little, I was attacked by another and almost died. But then someone from the OSF saved me. And she looked just like you. So, I was wondering if you knew anything about it.
We're about the same age. When you were a child, I would have been one too.
No, I mean, maybe you have a much older sister.
Shh, quiet. An enemy. Get ready to fight.
Okay.
Perfect dodge, yeah. First time I've done that after a while. Haven't done it for a bit. Probably got lucky.
It's done.
Looks like we won. Huh? Isn't that Captain Seto's fountain pen behind you?
This is it? Thanks. You were a big help. Anyway, back to what you were saying.
About the OSF person who saved me?
Did you check the OSF registry?
Of course, but I didn't find her. I thought maybe she was discharged. Oh, right. The person who saved me had the exact same hair clip as that one. Can you tell me where you bought yours?
That's not possible. My sister made this for me.
What? Really?
How is someone he met as a child wearing an accessory my sister made? Is his present mixing with his childhood memories? Your power is psychokinesis too. Do you think you might be having realistic dreams?
Dreams? I can't really say for sure. I was a kid at the time and my memory is a bit hazy.
I've always had strange dreams. Oddly realistic dreams. A woman mutters something about red strings, and then red threads encircle me like a cocoon. I thought my dreams were real when I was a child. It was confusing. I thought that since you also have psychokinesis, maybe you had realistic dreams too.
No, I'm sure it wasn't a dream. It has to be real. That person gave me this ear cuff.
That's not possible. There must be a misunderstanding. Maybe he suffers from delusions. I see. Then I don't think I can help you any further.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. That was a weird thing to bring up.
It's fine.
Well, we found the fountain pen, so I guess I'll head back.
Right. Thank you. That was a good background check. He's not ready to take care of my sister yet. More importantly, I need to give back Captain Seto's fountain pen. All right. Goodbye. Excuse me, Captain Seto. I came across this, and I believe it's yours.
Yes, it is. Where'd you find this?
I was just in Kikuchiba and happened to find it there. It was just luck.
Oh, I see. Well, thank you very much. This is very important to me. I'm glad to have it back.
Yes. Well, I'm pretty tired, so I'm going to go rest. I'll be going now.
That's a good idea. Rest well.
See if there's any other events going on. Probably not. Nah, it doesn't look like it. Any brain messages we can quickly respond to. New products. Dancer's fan. That's better than what we currently have. Sorry, I just gotta scratch my ear. There we go. Force field, increased defense. Item exchange. Yep, that's a thing. Ooh, I can get one of the couple of outfits. Pity I can't preview them ahead of time. So I can get the Archivist outfit. Let's see what that's like. It's a visual. That's pretty neat. Whole yellow and black. I kind of dig it. Even if it is just a color swap. Butterfly sigh. Pretty damn good. Okay, let's begin the next section. Actually, I best save first. Yep, let's go to the next phase, because there's not much else to do here.
I think I'm tired. I should rest.
Is Kasane asleep?
Yeah, she must have been beat. I guess that's to be expected. Everyone's nervous on their first day. So much happened.
You're right. She looks like she has it together, but she can be awkward sometimes. By the way, Seto, you seem to be really concerned about Kasane.
Yeah, sorry. She's your new scout, but I just can't get my mind off her. She reminds me of my first new scout. She was pretty awkward too.
I heard. A major other...
Yeah, and I couldn't protect her. I'm reminded of her every time I look at Kasane. But I might have taken it too far. I'll be more careful. I'll be taking Kagero back to Suo soon. What are you gonna do?
I'll wait with Naomi for Kasane to wake up. Oh, and Seto, can you take Shiden with you too? He looks up to you, so I know he'll be happy if he can go back with you.
Roger.
You're so popular. I'm jealous.
It's an honor to hear that from the prettiest girl in the OSF. All right, see you back in Suo.
Don't take your hands off of the red strings.
That dream again.
Oh, you're awake. Perfect timing. I was just thinking we should go back to Suo.
Where's Captain Seto?
Seto already went back to Suo.
Oh, did he?
Hey, Kasane. I just heard from Nagi. He said Seto Platoon is going to do a joint training exercise with Kyoka Platoon. Do you want to join in?
Now that's a good idea. You should go.
I'll go if you go, Naomi.
If it's a training exercise, it'll be in the facility in OSF headquarters. I'll go with you back to Suo. Bye then. Have fun training.
A training exercise. Will Yuito be there?
I think it's voluntary, so I don't know.
I hope we can train together.
I wonder, is my hair clip dirty? I've got a nearby resource reading.
Oh, Yuito.
Great, we're all here now. Time for some three-man field exercises. The rules are simple. There will be a single flag placed on the field. The team who grabs it and reaches the goal first wins. And you'll be happy to know that your beloved Kagero has saved up his hard-earned allowance to provide the winning team with a luxurious prize.
Whoa, all right.
How are we dividing up the teams?
A lottery system courtesy of me and implemented by Sagumi. We all draw strings and team up by color.
Let's draw already?
Looks like we have our teams.
Let's do this, you two.
Naomi and I are in different teams.
Yes!
Nagi, Gemma. You'll regret it if Naomi gets so much as a scratch.
Got it.
Don't worry, my power is specialized for defense.
Tsugumi, let's do our best.
Okay. Happy to be working with you, Kasane.
Your power is pyrokinesis, right?
Oh, Hana.
I'm counting on you.
Tsugumi is with us too. Do you know her? Her power is clairvoyance.
I know of her. Okay, let's get started. I'll be team leader.
Huh? I don't care. Oh, well, if Tsugumi doesn't mind, I guess that's fine.
All right, Tsugumi. Use your clairvoyance to find a blind spot near the goal.
Huh? Why?
The objective is to get the flag and cross the goal. Rather than searching around for the flag, it'll be easier to just ambush the team that finds it and take it.
What? Well, I guess that's one way we could do it, but that doesn't really feel like training. I found a blind spot. I'll send the location data.
Nice job. Let's go.
What?
I've seen the area and the others they use for training so many times, but it still looks so real to me.
I know what you mean. It can be confusing. It makes you think you could actually die. I'm sure that won't happen. But let's be careful just in case.
With that oil, it'll be hard to move if it gets on you, so be careful.
This is pretty good.
Ambushing them and stealing it a little unfair?
Got it! It's over!
It's just practice, so I don't want to play dirty. It's a legitimate tactic. It's actually clever. Clever. I guess you could look at it that way. Okay.
I'll do it! Checkmate.
I guess I'll try it.
Next.
Drop something rare.
It's done. Too slow! Please, Tsugumi.
It's down. Let's finish it.
Get crushed! Next. Useless. It's over. Checkmate.
Hey.
Got it. It's over. Useless.
Oh, I've just gone back on myself. Yeah, a lot of the environments look samey, to be honest. It's very easy to get disoriented.
Nice move, Sanabi. Thanks for keeping an eye out.
What? Did you just compliment me? Okay, let's do this.
It's done.
So yeah, Hanabi and fire powers are pretty fun to use.
I'm using it.
Let's take it down while it's burning.
It got me. I'll do it. It's over. Useless. Checkmate.
So hard to move with all this oil.
Got it. It's over.
An other is making this smoke. Kasane, use SAS to find the source. Indeed. If your body catches fire, it's gonna keep hurting you. Be careful.
This.
There. Aim for that spot.
It's done. Next.
I found something.
It's done. Help me, Hanabi.
Follow up.
Useless. It's over.
The enemy is burning.
I'll do it. Where are you? Next.
Nice fire. You got this.
You really have a good sense for the battlefield. I feel safe leaving your post to you.
Really? That's high praise!
I'll do it!
It's embarrassing. But yeah, thank you. You're amazing, though, Kasane. You really are as good as they say.
Got it! It's over.
That seems to be the spot.
Next!
Useless. It's over.
Whoa! Nice! Look and aim.
Got it! Checkmate.
It's done.
There's something over there. I've got a nearby resource reading.
Okay, we'll wait here. Tsugumi, let us know when the flag holder gets within range.
Copy that.
Hey, Kasane. Is it true that you fought with Yuito and Ryujin?
Yuito? If you mean Yuito Sumeragi, then it's true.
How did that happen?
I just saved him and Nagi after they were attacked by another. By the way, are you two friends?
What? Oh, we were childhood friends.
So you know a lot about Yuito. What kind of person is he? Can you trust him?
Of course. He's friendly and kind too. And he does cute little things like collect Baki merchandise. But why are you asking me this? Kasane, do you?
They're here. It's Yuito, Shiden, and Kagura.
It's not Naomi's team? If they let anything happen to my sister, I swear. If she's hurt, I will crush every single one of them.
It's okay. Naomi is strong.
What's next? I can shoot now and get the upper hand against them, if you want.
No. Let's divide and conquer. We'll take them down without giving them the initiative.
Intercept.
Sorry. I wanted to back you up after I took this one down, but this is tough. Same here. I had my hands full. Can you get Yuito by yourself, Kasane?
Yes, I'll figure...
Can you take it?
There we go, that's pretty easy. I always forget you end up fighting your allies at some points in the game.
Whoa! I lost to Yuito of all people?
She's good. Hard to imagine she's a fresh scout.
You really are amazing, Yuito.
Damn it. We underestimated them.
Hey, it's just as they say. Kasane Randall isn't messing around.
Good one, Kasane.
I can't take all the credit. Tsugumi and Hanabi did a lot of the heavy lifting. Your team may have had some coordination issues, but I think your individual skill is still very noteworthy.
Thanks.
I wasn't trying to give you a compliment.
Oh. Okay.
You're strange. Did I say something funny?
Sorry to interrupt, but here's your prize. Good work today.
Hmm?
What is it?
I got a message from my father. He never sends messages.
Oh.
Well, I guess it's time to call it a day. Thanks to everyone who participated.
You're acting strange, Kagura.
What do you mean?
Don't you hate training exercises?
Well, I thought it would be a good opportunity to show off to the newbies. There's some real cuties this year.
And you cheated drawing strings.
Shh. I just wanted to team up with the new guy and see what he's got.
Finished training, Kasane? I just saw Yuito in your Sumeragi tomb.
Yes, I'm finished. Yuito Sumeragi. He seems like he'd be fine for Naomi. I want to talk to him again just in case.
I'll tend to my weapons later.
Right, so we're gonna go to the next objective. Sorry, I was just turning off the phone charger. Let's run over to the area and go to the next part. Yeah, a lot of the story. Excuse me. A lot of the story is going to be kind of samey of what we've seen in Yuito's run until they end up splitting from each other. So, you know, a lot of this first part is going to feel like recycled content. That's because it is. With the odd small scene here and there. At least we get to see the Bond episodes as well for Kasane's side.
Oh wait, it looks like someone's in trouble near you. Find them and talk to them.
I wonder where Yuito is. With his performance in that training exercise, he just makes the cut to be my sister's boyfriend. I wonder what he thinks of Naomi. I should ask. I'm sure he likes her.
Kasane, you have deployment orders. A large group of others has been sighted. The location is an abandoned subway. I need you to head over there right away.
Copy that. What about Naomi?
She's already on her way. Get your orders from the Major once Kyoko platoon is all together.
Got it.
I'll worry about Yuito later.
Oh, time to stand and time to sip. Let me get my stopwatch.
Kyoko platoon has assembled.
Thank you, Haruka. Okay, you've all heard the situation from Haruka. It looks like there's a swarm of others in these abandoned subway lines. The Extinction Belt has descended to lower altitudes, so now they're underground. I'm sure you all know about it, but let's confirm for the news.
The clock.
Naomi, tell me what you know about the Extinction Belt.
It's an abnormal phenomenon that's thought to have appeared because of the Spring of Extinction. It's gathered near Earth's stratosphere and surrounds the planet. The others are born inside the Extinction Belt and have been observed descending to the Earth's surface, but not much else is known.
That's right. So, you should never go near a place where the Extinction Belt is thick. Others could show up anywhere. It's very dangerous. Also, the Extinction Belt contains particles that may jam our communications. If that happens, you can only count on Haruka's telepathy.
Without the help of the communicator, my telepathy will only transmit one way. Pray the communicators don't go down.
I'll also have to take control of the whole company, so Gemma will be temporary platoon commander.
What? Why Gemma?
Shiden, if you have a complaint, we'll talk about it after this operation. Gemma, I'm counting on you.
Roger.
This will be a joint operation between the 7th and 8th Company from the 1st Regiment and the 1st and 2nd Company from the 2nd Regiment. This is a large-scale operation, so I need you all to refrain from going off on your own.
Kyoko platoon, maintain the front line and move toward Point Alpha. Shiden, Kasane, and I will connect our SAS. Naomi will support us from the rear. Move out.
Understood.
Brain drive ready for use.
This is the subway. It's in pretty bad shape.
The Suo Line 9 was pretty heavily damaged by other attacks. It's closed off now. It's dangerous, so be careful. There are some subway lines still in use, though.
Let's do this! Now die! Ah! It's done. Useless.
That was good. Not quite as good as me, though.
Watch out! Why do you want to be the leader so much, Shiden?
It's not that I want it that badly. I just think the person best suited for the job should do it.
That makes a lot of sense.
Then I'd say Gemma is the right pick for leader.
done.
The enemy is attacking with electricity.
Got it! It's over.
You'll be shocked and unable to move if it hits you.
I'll do this, Shinan.
Here's my power. How are you?
Useless. It's over. Come here! It's done.
The subway tunnels all look the same, so try not to get lost. I'll be guiding you, though.
Got it!
Understood. We're counting on you.
Next. Q. Checkmate. I won't go easy. Hut!
I feel my senses are sharpened. Is this what it means to increase your focus?
Kasane, here's some battle advice. We'll be able to take out all the others at once if we time it right.
It's done.
Just use those train cars.
Forgot to turn off the bloody notif. Give me a minute. I knew it. I said it. I said I'd like turn it off, and I didn't. Okay, it's off now. Annoying when that pops up.
The rest should be clear.
I feel like you could just tell me the rest, but fine. I'll use the train.
Got it!
That was a good attack.
Useless. It's over. Got it! Let's do this! Now die!
The Extinction Belt is really low in the sky today. This is extremely rare. Well,
Struggling won't work!
it's low, but you can't touch it or anything. It's just an unusual situation.
Understood. We'll keep our eyes open.
With that oil, it'll be hard to move if it gets on you, so be careful.
Checkmate.
Careful.
I've got a nearby resource reading.
Got it!
It's working. Focus on that spot. Brain drive is like focusing really hard, right? Apparently, bias has a function to adjust brain stimulation, allowing for easier control of brain drive.
It's only a supplemental system. You need to control your power by yourself.
Useless. Checkmate.
That was good. Not quite as good as me, though.
You'll need to break its outer shell. Kasane, use your psychokinesis and hit it with something heavy.
Are you keeping up, Naomi? Give me a situation report.
Yes, no problems at the rear.
Understood. Keep supporting the rear. And don't take any chances.
Next.
Understood.
Kasane, I think we could take out all the others by running them over with the train.
Let's break through!
That seems to be the spot. I found something.
Next.
The attack hit the enemy's outer shell. You might be able to break it.
Give it to me, Gemma.
The enemy shell is broken. Kasane, now's the time to attack.
Kasane, did you just see some National Defense Force?
No, I didn't see anything.
That's weird. This place is crawling with others. What kind of
I'll do it! It's over.
mission would they be on?
It's working.
Useless. Checkmate.
Focus on that spot.
I'll do it! Got it! It's over.
Kasane, go!
I'm not done.
You seem to be in good...
It's done.
Form!
Okay. I can sit back down now.
I wonder, is my hair clip dirty?
Kasane, stop. Kyoko platoon has arrived at Point Alpha.
Seto platoon is 2 minutes behind. Signal when you rendezvous and... Others, above, get out!
What? I can't hear you.
I see them. They're coming from above in 20 seconds. Get out of the way.
Is that your precognition? Spread out!
Extinction Belt damaged communications. It's rare for them to go completely down. Naomi, get to Seto platoon and ask for reinforcements. The rest of you, get ready to take out the others.
More power.
I see. So that's how you use your psychokinesis.
Checkmate.
Just to fight. Seems like a reasonably useful power.
It's done.
I wonder if Naomi is alright.
She just saved us. What are you talking about? If danger comes, she can use her precognition to avoid it. Listen, just focus on the others in front of you.
It's done.
Drive!
This will hurt. That seems to be the spot.
Got it! Useless. It's over. Got it.
The shell is broken. Aim for its weak spot.
I wonder where the other platoons are.
You're right. There were supposed to be over 40 people deployed here.
I don't see anyone else around Point Alpha. I hope others didn't get them.
Kyoko platoon, disperse! They're coming from above!
Tsugumi, get out of there!
Naomi! Kasane, look out!
Run!
Thank you. You saved me.
Is everyone all right?
Gema Garrison and Tsugumi Nazar reporting in.
There are 2 more nearby.
Yuito, you alive?
Nagi, where are you right now?
Next to the rubble. I'm with Naomi. Let me reboot the GPS. Ah!
What's wrong? Nagi!
Others are attacking from all around us. Nagi is... Ah!
Naomi!
This is bad. There are too many others. We have to hurry.
I'll clear the rubble.
There are too many.
I'll help.
Naomi! Naomi, are you okay?
I'm okay. I just hurt my leg a little.
I'm gonna kill it.
Hey, calm down.
I will once I kill it. You handle things over there. Gemma, can I kill it now?
Fine, but listen to Yuito and calm down.
Shut up. It's dead.
Calm down, Kasane. You're getting too worked up about Naomi.
I am calm. I'm going to destroy every last one of these things. The attacks to the outer shell are working. I'll try to break it.
Shiden got separated. I hope he's okay.
The shell is broken. Aim for its weak spot.
Next.
I wasn't expecting oil.
That seems to be the spot.
Next. Useless. Checkmate. Struggling won't work! Naomi.
I'm okay. I'm heading to...
this?
Naomi? What's wrong?
Naomi?
Naomi? What's going on?
Don't take your hands off the red strings.
I'll fight too.
Hey! Naomi!
It's too dangerous!
What? Naomi! Stop! Please stop!
Kasane, wait! What are you doing?
This other is Naomi! Naomi!
A transfer power? You need strong abilities to move something that size.
Wait! Where did you send Naomi?
Hey, Kasane! Wait!
Naomi! Naomi, answer me! If I lose sight of that vehicle, I won't know where they're taking her. I can't lose it. I promise I'll save you, Naomi. Naomi, what was that? She turned into an other. How? Why? Those NDF soldiers must know something. I have to make them talk, no matter what it takes.
Where are you going? You can't run off during a mission.
Let go!
Don't try to resist. I'm too strong for you. I'm impressed you're able to calm down so quickly.
Why are you stopping me?
For your own sake, and for Naomi's.
So you know what happened to my sister.
She metamorphosed. She can't change back. Not like this, anyway.
What do you know?
What I know is that the only way to make Naomi human again is to entrust her to them.
I'm not even sure what happened, and you're telling me to trust you?
You're not even sure what happened, and you're doubting me. I'm sure you at least understand that if you get Naomi back now, she'd just be killed as another.
Is it really safe to let a mysterious group like that take her?
That's the Seiran garrison of the National Defense Forces. They won't kill her. I can guarantee that. But don't ask me why they won't kill her right now. And don't notify the OSF command about the fact that Naomi has metamorphosed. Don't tell anyone about this. If you do, I can't vouch for Naomi's or your safety.
Are you saying they'll kill me?
They won't kill you. Your ride is here. Think hard before you act. Don't trust new Himuka. You'll regret it if you do. Ah, Shiden is sending a distress signal up ahead. You should help him.
Major General Karin?
Yuito and Gemma, you two take care of her. I'm returning to the front line to regroup the units.
Yes, sir. Kasane, where's Naomi?
I suppose I can tell you, since you saw the whole thing. She was taken by troops stationed in Seiran.
So that car was from the Seiran garrison?
Yes, so?
Something's not right. When I reported this to Major General Fubuki, he told me not to tell anyone else, and to tell you to do the same.
Major General Karin said the same thing. Why tell us to keep quiet? Does that mean OSF is hiding something?
I don't know. Major General Fubuki said it would protect us. And take a look at this. It seems like the Seiran garrison dropped this, too.
I remember seeing this at home when I was a child.
According to the Major General, it's a drug that temporarily boosts powers. He wanted me to turn them over, but I managed to keep 2 of them without him knowing.
That was a smart decision. In any case, why would something like that be at my home? The Randall family is involved in weapon development. Anything related to drug manufacturing would have only been joint ventures with Spring Pharmaceuticals.
He also mentioned that this drug was classified information. It seems like the top brass of the OSF know about it.
Spring Pharmaceuticals is Major General Fubuki's family company. Perhaps the commander knew because of that.
Don't trust new Himuka.
What? What is that supposed to mean?
It's something Karin said. I'm not exactly sure what he meant by it either. If this ampule really is from Seiran, then does that mean the Randalls and Springs are cooperating with Seiran? Even if that's the case, it just leaves us with more questions. It might be best to do as we were told. We keep this to ourselves and look into it privately.
That ampule seems to be pretty important. Might be a good idea to hide it.
Then I'll hide the ampule inside Baki.
Huh?
I didn't think you'd know how to sew.
I was always told to be independent, ever since I was little. Done. There's 2, so who's going to hold on to them?
I'll pass. I think you two should probably carry them.
Baki. My sister would have been so happy.
Kasane, about Naomi. I'm sorry. I knew that other was Naomi, but I was scared. I had no other choice but to fight.
Stop it. I'll get Naomi back. Just don't get in my way.
This might come off as naive, but I want to do what I can to help save her, too.
It is naive, but thank you.
Oh, nice one, Tsugumi. Looks like everyone's here. Huh, where's Naomi? Isn't she with you? What's wrong?
I'll tell you later. Where's Nagi? And Captain Seto and Hanabi?
Nagi is with the rescue team on the front line.
Captain and Hanabi are totally fine. They're worried about you, so we should get out of here.
No, the rest of you go first. Shiden's supposed to be up ahead, so I'll pick him up.
Then I'll go with you. For better or worse, I'm the leader of Kyoko Platoon until this mission is over.
All right. Be careful.
Are you alright, Kasane? After what happened to Naomi, you might not be in your right mind.
I'm fine. I just have to help my sister. That's all I'm thinking about.
Oh, we finally found you, Shiden. You're not hurt.
Of course I'm not. Don't treat me like a lost child.
That's what you looked like to me.
You little...
All right, let's go home.
I'm ready to go, but where's Naomi? There was a reading around here that seemed like her.
Naomi died.
What?
Kasane.
What? I had to tell him.
You're right.
Hey, was she really killed? I know you're cold-hearted, but this is too frigid.
Why would I lie about it? Naomi is dead.
Kyoko left me in charge of the platoon. I wasn't good enough and let Naomi get killed.
That's not true. It was... That's just not what happened.
No, it is true. I know words are never enough, but I'm sorry.
Oh dear, you must be so sad after losing your sister.
Kodama? What do you want? Are you looking for wounded?
Shiden, you little traitor. You know I don't do menial jobs like that. Right. Well, the reason doesn't really matter, so I guess I'll just say you were attacked by others. Yeah, that sounds good. Okay, time to die! I'll just kill ya.
What are you up to?
Oh dear, you have enough time to talk? Then I'll have to give you more to deal with.
No way! Thank me later.
I'm taking this.
That woman is impossible to understand. Is she actually trying to kill us?
Wow, big talk from a traitor. You always were such a bad boy, Shiden.
Give up!
Ouch!
Shut up. Just listening to you talk like that makes my skin crawl.
Let's have some fun! Cocky.
No! I'm counting on you!
Alright, fine.
Get lost!
No way! I underestimated you. You're pretty good.
What's going on? Why would you do something like that?
Well, I have my reasons. Okay then. Maybe it's time for me to get serious in round 2.
That's enough. Our mission isn't finished yet. Restrain yourself, Kodama.
Major General Fubuki!
Kodama, I'll take care of this. You don't need to get involved.
Okay, understood.
Gemma, Shiden, and Kasane. I know you're angry, but can you forgive Kodama for my sake?
I don't mind. I'm not that angry.
Aw, you're so sweet, Kasane!
Now she hides behind Major General Fubuki.
Gemma, how about you?
Understood, sir.
All right. We're returning to the frontline base. I know you all sustained some serious attacks, so pull back and get some rest.
Okay, I guess we should withdraw. Oh, I'm not sure I have enough in me to go straight back to Suo.
Should we stop by the hideout?
Yeah. Major Kyoko will most likely have the same idea.
That mission went really bad. Thank goodness you three are safe. No, I shouldn't be happy. I heard from Major General Fubuki. Naomi. She's dead.
Yes.
Damn those others.
Kasane, I'm sorry. I failed as a commander. She was such a promising girl. And now she's gone.
Don't. She served like any other OSF soldier. If I believe what Karin says, Naomi is still alive. I don't know what he's thinking, but I have to leave my sister with those people for now. Wait for me, Naomi. I promise I'll come for you.
And there we go, Kasane's story phase 2. And there's also the game telling us about giving gifts, which we'll do as we play along.
I assume that Kyoko doesn't know about Naomi's metamorphosis. Should we keep her in the dark?
We were told not to say anything, and it would only make her worry.
You're probably right.
So we've got an event with Shida and...
Are you okay, Kasane? I don't know what to say about Naomi. Just tell me if there's anything I can do. Don't bottle up your emotions. Yes, thank you.
There's also some brain messages to quickly check out. Okay, no, I'm not going to do that yet. Because these are Bond episodes. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it here for this stream.
I heard about Naomi.
More conversation, hold on.
I'm sorry. Don't be sorry. It wasn't your fault.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, we're going to be leaving it here for now. We've gone quite far. We've got past Naomi's transformation section, which is fine. That's roughly where I was looking to finish up this episode. Right, let's save. And yes, we'll be starting up with the next phase next time around when I return. We'll also do the Bond episodes before we tackle the next phase and the next episode and stuff like that. I'm going to do the usual gimmick where I go to the gallery or library or whatever it was. Yeah, that's right. And then I show a model and then usually head off like I usually do. Where is the model viewer? You can check the gifts, which is kind of cool. Oh, that's a model viewer. We might as well have Kasane be the end model for the for this part, essentially. Like I said, I'm glad that I got this far so far. I mean, this was kind of the rough idea of where I wanted to end this part of the stream off, so I'm happy with that. Rightio, that's pretty much going to be it for now. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll be catching you in the next one. Until then, ciao for now.